Morning
Hello.
and welcome back to our channel.
Yes.
We are.
Back to basics.
Yeah, but what's your name though?
You don't know? I'm Laura.
I'm Kath. Just in case you didn't know.
Yeah.
Saturday is our weigh-in day. You probably would have seen one only a few days ago, but we were catching up with ourselves. So Saturday is officially our weigh-in day at the moment. So that's what we're going to do today.
Indeed.
Where to start? That is the question.
It was a good Zoom meeting, I thought.
Yeah.
There are groups as well, but I've chosen to stay in Zoom for now. And very, very engaging, very chatty. Lots of talk about what kind of a slimmer are you?
Right.
Are you the kind of slimmer who is blinkered and focused from beginning to end? Are you on it? Are you off it? Are you only doing it to reach a goal such as a holiday? And then working
Not much
out
chance of that, I don't think, at the moment.
So she talked about working out what kind of a slimmer you are, and then she talked about working out where your weaknesses are. What are your trigger points? For me, it's emotions. For some people, it's evenings or certain days. And then working out a plan to help yourself through that. This week I've had some reduced cherry tomatoes. They're only 35 pence a punnet.
Right.
And I've literally been diving into those punnets.
Have you?
Yes.
What, like head first?
Yes.
Were you wearing the swimming cap?
They're very deep punnets,
Right,
bargain at 35 pence. And I've been diving into them and having something as a go-to in the fridge, and I think I'll try and carry that on.
So something a bit sweet. So rather than heading for the biscuit barrel, we don't have biscuit barrel, but you know, maybe going for tomatoes. Whereas I'm sort of a bit hooked on kiwis and pineapples and things like that, which although aren't speed, I believe, better than, you know, it's a free food and it just gives me that sweet fix.
It's better than the alternative, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So yeah, very good group. I enjoyed it. Lots to think about. She's very much looking into the psychology behind why we do what we do, and a lot of slimming is about psychology.
Definitely. Yeah.
And your triggers, and some of this goes back a long way for a lot of people. And I find it interesting that my consultant is on board with that and looking into researching that, because I've not really known consultants that I've had to acknowledge that before now. So yeah,
interesting.
Very. Anyway, I'll let you talk, shall I?
Well, I thought you were doing quite well. I think you should just carry on.
No, they don't want to hear me talk.
I'm sure they do. Lots of very interesting things to say.
Well, no, it was mostly about that.
Okay, right. So what I do I don't know what you do, but what I do of a morning is as soon as I get up in the morning, I strip off, which we won't go there, and I get on the scales. And this morning I did that, and I'd only lost 1/4 pound.
A loss is a loss is a loss.
So I thought, no, hold on a minute, because what I find when I'm weighing is that my body needs a little bit of time for like subsidence to occur. So what?
Subsidence.
Yeah, my body kind of, you know, because you lay down all night, aren't you? And then you stand up, and you kind of need to let your body just fall back into place, I find.
Okay.
And it takes a little time with my body.
It takes a long time with my face in the morning.
Does it?
Yeah.
So I kind of come away, you know, have a cup of tea, and then I'll go back maybe an hour later, and I'll weigh myself again, and yeah, I find that actually the result is slightly better. This, I'm afraid, I haven't got round to making my new carrot, I'm afraid. So we're just going to have to put up with
the temporary carrot.
He's cardboard. Look. He's called Harold.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
Hi, Harold.
Yeah, just so that you know. I lost £0.5 this week.
Very good indeed.
See, I told you, you just need to give it time for a bit of subsidence to occur, and then you may find that your results are slightly better. Yes.
And I stepped on the scales this morning. I hope you can see this because it's not the right pen for this. But I've lost, oh, hello, 2.5.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
£2.5.
I've actually had a run of good weeks. So
You really have.
4 or 5 weeks.
Well, you said, I asked you a minute ago how much you've lost in the last 4 weeks, and you said
£9.
£9. £9 in comparison to my £4, because I think one day I put £1 on.
Yeah.
So I'm taking that into account. So you're doing really well.
I'm blinkered though. I'm very blinkered.
Are you?
I'm writing absolutely everything down. I'm doing the sins for the day,
You
plus
are.
alongside that also the sins out of the week, so I know my wriggle room allowance. And even then I don't really use it.
No.
Because I would then be using it right before payday at the end of the week. Payday? Right before weigh day at the end of the week.
Payday, weigh day, it's all the same thing really, isn't it? Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm happy.
I think, see, I'm not quite as structured. You're very structured, and you have an aim, and you make sure that you're, writing everything down, and your milk allowances, and your cheese allowance, and your healthy extra B, and making sure if you have sins, it's all written down.
And I keep saying to you, have you written it down? No.
No. I haven't. I have written my. I should do it really. I should do it because I know if I was to do it, I may be getting results a little bit more like yours. Maybe.
Why don't you test it this week?
Maybe I should. Maybe that's what I should do. Maybe I should just write it down. Just bite the bullet and write it down. So, what do we have this morning? Because I want to talk about that as well.
Food. We had scrambled eggs and smoked salmon on a bran roll. I loved smoked salmon. I love it, love it, love it. It's one of my favourite things. Not quite as favourite as Marmite, but still.
So, and what we realised, because where did you get? Because salmon's not, cheap, is it? It can be quite expensive. And more often than not, we shop at Asda. But what I've noticed about Asda is that actually their range of food isn't as good as somewhere like Sainsbury's. So if you're looking for particular things like, like maybe a bit more oriental or things like that, you're less likely to find them in Asda. And although Asda do smoked salmon, their range is very, very limited. And my assumption is that their prices are higher because they don't sell much of it. So maybe putting the prices up to warrant having it in. Whereas with Sainsbury's have quite a wide variety of smoked salmon, and Sainsbury's options are actually cheaper than Asda's are.
So in our Asda, the cheapest packet of smoked salmon, I'm not including the trimmings. I know you can get trimmings that are cheaper.
Yeah, but I mean like something that's decent.
The smoked salmon that you can peel off was £4 in our Asda this week.
Yeah.
Also this week, because we've had it twice.
Yeah.
In Sainsbury's, their cheapest option, their own Sainsbury's smoked salmon, not trimmings, was £2.
Yeah, so half the price. Now, who would have thought?
No.
So it goes to show actually that it is a good idea to shop around, and those places that you think would be cheaper aren't necessarily. So that's something we've learned today.
Yeah.
And very nice too it was.
Yeah, very nice.
So good results again. We had quite a nice meal last night, didn't we? Which was from the Fake Away book. It was a tikka, and you also did with it
biryani rice.
I
like that.
Was that from the Fake Away?
That was also the Fake Away book.
Well, I think you made enough to feed an army, so we'll continue eating that, like for lunch. For
the next week.
Yeah.
I've done a recipes for that as well, so they'll go up at some point.
You could probably, but maybe you could freeze it also.
Well, you probably could, but I'm not going to.
I mean, you do have to be careful with rice though, as well. What are we going to do for this week to make sure that our results are good?
You're going to write things down.
Okay.
I'm going to carry on as I am.
Right, okay.
Because I think I'm writing things down, it really helps. I'm going back to work this week. I've had a week off. It's rained all week. I've had a rainy week off and I'm going back to work next week. And so I need to just make sure I've got enough go-to items that I'm taking to work with me.
Right, okay. Go-to like what? Apart from the tomatoes.
I like carrot sticks, although sometimes I can't be bothered to cut the carrots up, so I just eat the carrots.
Just take a whole carrot in.
Yeah.
That must be annoying for your office workers.
Maybe, I don't know. I'm still into boxes of watermelon and pineapples, so I'll probably get another watermelon and take a big box of that with me. It's just, I get a bit bored at work. Just not that there's not a lot of work, there's tons of work, but a lot of it's very repetitive, and so that's one of my danger times as well for eating. So yeah, take my fruit box in and hopefully get a good result next week.
What else can we do video wise this week to maybe show more of what we're doing during the week and how we're following the plan and things?
Well, we can always do more what we eat in a day. We've only done one because then we're like filming everything. You suggested the photo montage day in the life as well. Maybe look at that. That's fun to edit. Long time to edit, but we can try it.
I'm just wondering whether we should do maybe some more like the things that we've eaten for breakfast through a week.
So a week of breakfasts, a week of
lunches, a week of dinners.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it'll take time to do because we need at least a week to do it. But just to give more options, because I think quite often what can happen is that it gets very samey. I mean, we've been eating quite a lot of bacon and egg bats, so that could actually help us in turn as well to make sure that we're changing it up. So we're having different breakfast options, we're having different lunch options and things like that.
Yeah, good idea.
We also need to show our chart.
Yep, I'll put that in now.
I'm really happy with the way things are going. We seem to be, well, you particularly, seem to be really getting on top of things now.
But we're both heading in the same direction, and that's good.
Yeah, and I think doing the videos is going to be helping us. I think you being able to do Zoom meetings with your old consultant has really helped you, because the encouragement that she gives is
so good.
It's so motivating, and I think we all need some of that.
Well, since I've changed groups, it's been consistently £2+ per week off.
Yeah.
When I was in the old group, I had 3 weeks of maintain and a week again at the end of it, and I just knew it wasn't the group for me.
No.
There was no motivation. When we got the Halfstone Award, I actually had to remind her because there was nothing. Even then. And when I maintained 1 week, the reply I got was, well, are you disappointed with that? Because some people would then go off plan because they've maintained, and I wasn't at all, because I've been on plan, so I knew that the following week it would show.
Yeah.
But I just found that a really odd response, and I don't need to feel like I'm swimming upstream for recognition, and I really felt like I was, whereas now I don't. It's just everything you do is wonderful.
It's amazing. Yeah. Yeah, your consultant has really helped also.
Yeah.
So always worth thinking about, maybe if you don't go to group, if you could go to group, maybe thinking about something like that. If the need actually arises, because at the moment it's looking a bit iffy, isn't it?
That's what she said. The June reopening of groups right now is looking a little bit rocky, so we'll have to wait and see what happens.
But there's still always Zoom meetings.
Yeah, brilliant.
Anyway, I feel like we've talked enough, really.
Yeah, we've talked for quite a long time.
So we will go, and we'll see you on another video.
Yes.
Thank you very much for joining us. If you haven't subscribed, by the way, and you'd like to, then please do. Don't forget to click the bell, That will give you notifications for any videos that we upload in the future. So that's it.
Many thanks for watching.
Take care.
See you on the next one.
Cheerio.
Bye.